What's going on, everybody, and welcome to my review slash show off slash first impressions video of the Gears of War 3 beta. The beta just became available publicly for anyone who pre-ordered Gears of War 3, so more or less it's not exclusive anymore and anyone can have access to it. And I gotta say, I'm really liking it so far. I mean, Gears of War 1 and 2, really the reason I play these games is for the campaign, but the multiplayer is always a big part of online shooters, especially nowadays. And the Gears of War 3 beta so far is just the beta itself is way better than Gears of War 2 multiplayer ever was. But I think most people could agree with me on that. Not that it was terrible, but it had certain problems, bigger problems, game-breaking problems. And this beta has already fixed those problems. So I already feel a lot more secure about the real game and possibly could be, well, good enough to bring like what Gears of War 1 was back. Now right here is something kind of new. You can actually pick your kind of spawn weapon. You can't customize it exactly like Call of Duty with reticles and attachments and stuff, but you can choose between two shotguns, the sawed-off and the Gancher. Gancher? I've never pronounced it right. I don't think anyone's pronounced it right. And you got three choices of assault rifles. You have the regular Lancer, that's the one with the chainsaw on it. You have, which is my personal favorite, you have the Hammer Burst, which is pretty much, it has, just regular melee, but it has really good rate of fire, and those active reloads can tear people up. And you've got the Retro Lancer, which is like the regular Lancer, except a little different. Not only just because it has a bayonet attachment as opposed to a chainsaw, but it also has a different kind of fire rate. It's hard to explain, but if you ever got the chance to feel it, like fire the gun, you could notice something different. And I have a better aim down sights, well, as far as aim down sights go in this game with the regular Lancer, but have better hip fire rate with the Retro Lancer. I don't know, that's just been my personal opinion so far. As of right now, I've played a couple games. I was originally going to do kind of live commentary for my first impressions, but I just decided this would be better to keep my thoughts collected. Just like right here, where this is the first time in a Gears of War game it has a drop-in, drop-out system. Kind of like if you played Call of Duty, you can kind of drop right into a game that's already going on. Before in Gears 3, you couldn't, Gears 2 or 1, you couldn't do that. In this one, you can. And I love that over-the-head map thing where you can see where everything is and every one is. That's really useful. It's like adding to the heads-up display that we already had for the left bumper. And you can see I walk right into a game and win my first match by default. Isn't that great? Yeah, and those little things that popped up on the right, I like all the unlocks. I liked them in Gears War 2, but there just wasn't enough. I feel like they've added a lot more for this game, and it's going to be enjoyable with weapon camos and character unlocks and stuff. I don't know what the final game will be like exactly, but I know at least for the beta right now, that's, I don't know, something to look forward to when you win a game, or even if you lose a game and then, you get something added like, you at least did this, you lost the game, but you were like the guy who saved everyone on your team. That's the kind of award I like to get. And we go right to the map I didn't want to play. Well, not that I didn't want to play, but I've seen, plenty of gameplay on YouTube already, so I kind of knew what I was getting into beforehand. And this is probably not one of my favorite maps. It's very symmetrical, which isn't wrong. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just prefer the other two maps better. But this is my very first game. This isn't necessarily my best game out of the 6 or 7 games I've already played, but this is my first game, so I thought I'd just do that. And I remember the first thing I noticed was everything feels more stable. You're not like you're not wiggling around, I don't know. And the Lancer, I noticed right away, I'm like, if that was Gears of War 2, I would not have been able to down that guy, and he would have rushed me with a shotgun. I messed up there trying to chase him when I should have realized his buddy was behind him. But, some things will never change. It's still Gears of War. I didn't have anyone behind me. It's a team game. You can't rush solo. You can try. You can sometimes succeed, but you won't always pull it off. A well-placed team will always beat a single guy, even if that single guy is pro. That's usually been my experience in games like Gears of War, and sometimes Halo. Not something like Call of Duty. There's me being stupid again. Which reminds me, I realized right here, we're playing a game called Team Deathmatch, and I know for a fact that the spawns, there's a certain limit of them. You can see the COG still has 15, and Locust have 12, thanks to me and one other guy. And then right there I realized, I'm like, okay, I need to stop doing what I'm doing because I'm just gonna, this isn't regular Gears of War, I'm gonna lose my team. Tons of kills and stuff. So, I don't know. So far it's been good. I don't want to say I think it's, well, it's obviously better than Gears 2. Is it better than Gears 1? I think so. I didn't play a whole lot of Gears 1, and I know Gears 1 online was the die-hard thing. But as so far, if I could say, today I have to buy this game or tomorrow I couldn't, like I had to buy it right now, I would buy it right now for sure. And I wouldn't say that with a whole lot of games, because, I don't know, prices going up, you know, it's not exactly cheap, and you get tired of getting ripped off. I was kind of starting to get the hang of it right around here. I had played a little bit of Gears 2 prior to this, so I could kind of get ready for it, because it's similar, but not exactly the same, which I like. So, something else I've been noticing is, well, at least in this game, just in this game particularly, my team wasn't picking me up, and I felt like I was getting a lot of guys, and I know it's a team game, so I shouldn't complain too much about kills being taken, for example, like if I down 3 guys. I usually don't care if someone takes my kill, but if I down a guy, and then I go down by accident, and then that guy, some other guy on my team comes up and takes the kill, and then revives me, I don't know, I guess I don't really care, but usually what I do is I revive the guy first and let him get the kill. And there you just saw the sawed-off shotgun. The sawed-off shotgun has been okay. See, I think I was the only guy reviving people on my team. Maybe they didn't know. But anyway, the sawed-off shotgun, I still prefer the Ganser. Ganser? You know what I'm talking about, the other shotgun. It's more reliable, I guess. Like, the sawed-off shotgun is good for one-hit kills, like, you're done. I think you could even catch 2 people in the blast radius, but you gotta get close. Very, very close. I've used it twice, and only got 3 or 4 kills with it, so it really wasn't doing me a lot of justice, and it's a long reload time, so if you miss your shot or you're in a group of guys, you're finished. It's probably good if you're just going out to kill one person, maybe if like it was some game where it was like, Guardian, where it's one guy, that could be really good. And I wouldn't call it overpowered, even though it's like a one-hit kill when you're at a certain range, just because of how hard it is to use half the time. And if you're, like I said, if you're moving with a team at any given time, the team usually wins, almost always. And this is where I realized I still like the Ganser just better. I never used the Ganser too much in Gears 1 or 2. I was a guy who used the Lance, right? Like right there, do you see that guy take my kill? I was not happy. I just, I know it's a team game. I know it really doesn't matter that much. But it's just like indecency. It's just like if you're, walking on the subway and you dropped a $5 bill and some dude behind you picked it up and ran off with it. It's like, dude, like, what are you doing? I don't know. And then I downed another guy, and he had the nerve to take my kill again. There, I guess it was a little more acceptable because we were in the middle of battle, but back there where we were not in the middle of battle, and he was down right in front of me, and I was about to take the kill, that was kind of a douchey move. But that's Gears of War for you. I've never been I'm not a pro Gears of War player, don't get me wrong. I just wanted to kind of put my, 2 cents into the beta. And, you will see some more gameplay from me pretty soon, like just gameplay, probably me just doing some live sessions over the beta, which I really wanted to do and seems like fun. And also in this game, like, I was kind of talking like how it's like more stable. Again, it's something you really have to play to understand, but it's not like, you can't really wallbang like other people were before, or that's what I would call it anyways, where you kind of, someone was using the shotgun and they would just keep going to cover, you know what I mean? Like press A, roll, dodge, get into cover, roll, dodge, press A, get into cover, and keep firing until they got someone, and you couldn't hit that guy unless you were able to like get off a lucky melee. But that can't happen in this game, I think, for 2 reasons, because they kind of have a more, like I said, stable, I don't know how to explain, like, control over your character, and also because there's dedicated servers. I'm sure a lot of people are happy about this, and I am too, and I've noticed, already a big difference. In Gears of War 2, if you were host, everybody knew it, you knew it, and no one could kill you. That was how you knew. You didn't need to do anything like test, you just couldn't be killed. That's all there is to it. There were times where you could shoot a guy 3 times and it wouldn't make a difference. So in this game it's kind of more like, no, it's equal all around. I haven't, that's dedicated servers, so it's not, I don't have that problem anymore. It's a great fix, and I'm really happy about it. And the sniper in this game, not as overpowered as it was in Gears 1, but still pretty good. It's more of a support weapon more than anything. At least I've never been much of a sniper, but it's been a really good support weapon. Also, I use the hammer burst. I don't think I switched my weapons at all here because I didn't realize at first. I knew you could, but I just didn't, grasp it. First time playing the beta, I woke up at like 5 to download this and play it. And I just didn't realize that you could switch your weapons in-game. Otherwise, I would have done that, and I just would have cycled through the weapons to kind of show them all off. But the Retro Lancer is probably my favorite right now. Just because I haven't managed to chainsaw anyone. It's a little bit harder, but I think once you get the chainsaw going, it's a little bit easier, as opposed to Gears 2, where you could rev the chainsaw right up, but if you got shot, you'd kind of double back. And that was kind of annoying. And the other, it's not the long shot, I think it's the one shot? Yeah, that's what it is, the one shot. I use that. That helped me clutch a game and win it for my team, so I'm already liking that. I don't think I even get the... oh, I did pick up the Molter at one point in one game. It might have been this one, I'm not sure. It doesn't... to me, it doesn't feel like it's changed almost at all. I think it's exactly the same, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, there was nothing wrong with it to begin with. There was nothing wrong with a lot of the weapons, except they did give the Lancer a major upgrade. And actually, rifles in general can combat shotguns at a certain range now. It's not as much of an issue where you used to be able to rush with a shotgun. You still can, but not as effectively. And if there's two guys and they know what they're doing, you will not make it, you know what I mean? It's really, its teamwork is still key in this game, but it's a little more, yeah, teamwork is key. Turn around, guys, turn around, he's behind you. Yeah, and with the spawns the way they are, I feel like they're more, I don't know how to put this, Call of Duty-ish spawns, kind of with like it's one side or the other that you're spawning on. I guess Gears of War 2 had some pretty bad spawns, but this game, I guess this game is right down the middle. It's not too bad, it's not too good. I have walked out before. I've spawned and walked forward and been, you know, obliterated with a sawed-off. I just walked around the corner and I couldn't see the guy. You know, it's a third person, he could see me. And it was only 2 seconds after I spawned, which, you know, kind of pisses you off. But it's still not as bad as some games where it's like you cannot get out of the spawn. In this game, you can. I picked up the Molter, and I was able to, like, suppress this guy, but that's about it. It wasn't that good. And then, because the Molter's so slow, that's always been the problem with guns like the Molter, or what was the other one that you could pick up? The Mortar. Yeah, the Mortar, I haven't gotten to use that either. There was a nice shot. After this game, I think I turned up my sensitivity because I had my sensitivity so low because it was just on default, but... and there, I downed a guy like that. Like, that is how assault rifles should work. Maybe not that fast, but hey, it worked out pretty good. And overall, I'm really liking this beta. Really enjoying it, really looking forward to the full game. I like almost everything about it so far. So I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you might think about getting it yourself. And until next time, later.